Hey, Applejacks, how you doing? Hey, Okie, how's it going? Getting my big coffee. This place has good coffee. It's kind of expensive, but it's worth it. So you're probably wondering what happened last night, right? Well, things are going good. Weather's like kind of cool today. It's a nice day today. I'm gonna leave tomorrow morning instead. So you guys saw, condition she was in last night, and I don't really like being put in that position, and it's never happened before. But people were commenting on Xanax and how much it take, and people that die, and I just didn't really feel comfortable her going back like under those conditions to her room. So what happened is I got her something to drink, gave her 5 sweatshirts that I have. I keep with me extra sweatshirts. Put them all on her. She was cold. Put 2 blankets on her, and she slept from the end of the interview to 4 in the morning. And those two videos, those airplane videos, which most people don't care for, that I uploaded. I did that, and then I went and organized some stuff in folders. And at 4 o'clock, she got up and said she felt much better, and she wanted to go to her room, and that's what happened. But she was like so much better 6 hours later, or 5 hours later, or whatever it was. I didn't get too much sleep last night, but I'd say it worked out as good as it could be expected, and I didn't have to worry about her all night. Yeah, I can tell you this too. Um, without going into too much detail, but like it's not like a normal young girl sleeping. It's like a nightmare constantly. Deep breathing, fast breathing, shallow breathing, like talking, like being scared. It would remind you of a child having a nightmare. And under those circumstances, in that situation, I'm glad I did what I did. And, I wasn't comfortable with it by any means, but that's what happened. Yeah, it was just kind of like, I don't really know too much about it, and I was reading those comments on the Xanax and people dying, and she's saying how much she took, and oh God, man, it's like, well, uh, she wanted to stay there. She kept saying, "Do you want me to leave?" And I said, "No, you don't have to leave. You just get some good sleep, and I'll mess around here and my computer and stuff." And I was really felt good though that she got up, felt good, looked good, and Ryder probably not had any sleep. Oh, go up north. Yeah. Hey, Superwoman. So all things considered, no, actually, I talked to Andy this morning, and we can get her lined up with rehab down here. So, I'm leaving tomorrow. I'll be gone for a week or so, but I got plenty of choices for her. I mean, you guys know how it is. I hope she wants to go. It's a terrible life. Yeah, Sean, I know. I mean, I get it on the airports. Yeah, everybody wants to help her. So, I think it couldn't have turned out better. For I think. Yeah, sweet girl, man. It's just 4 kids, one died, and three other places, and mother getting her into this, and there's always some older guys like lurking in the background. That I'll tell you another thing too. This has been a great experience for me this time because there's also some young black girls that I've kind of crossed paths with. As it turns out, they're escorts from Toledo, and when they find it's night when I'm just talking to them, I'm sure I'm just like a potential customer. But once they know what the deal is and what I'm doing, and like I said before, it's a little girl in them. These are sweet girls. I feel bad for them too. They're just once, I'm not like a potential customer. It's like I see the child in them. It's just so sad that how people end up in this escorting, topless dancing, all this kind of stuff. It breaks a person down. Yeah, it was just kind of like, you don't really know how those things are going to go. Those troublemakers of mine were threatening to call the cops in the hotel and all that, so I was fully expecting the cops to show up. No, I don't think, at least in her case, not traffic. The young girls, that's a good question. And actually, I want to research it more when I get home because, as far as I know, trafficking is a pretty broad spectrum, and that's a game changer. Let me give you an example. I just think it's kind of sweet. So one of the girls, she's a cute young black girl, maybe 20. And after we had talked a little bit, and I know she knows, what I do, and there's no potential John there. She came up and was just super sweet and wanted to know if I knew where she could get some good ribs someplace. When I'm with these people and cross paths with them and it's established what I'm doing, they're just totally different. It's like the girl next door broken down. And it's all this time, everybody, never any joking, nothing, zero about that. Yeah, it's crack, yep. Hey, cherries. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, there's a place for her. I mean, I would give it a shot up in West Branch. There's a few people here. That's the thing. I gotta get them to agree to like rehab. I'll be here to pick you up the day you get out, and take them up to West Branch or somewhere else. I mean, if I had a family and I had a wife and kids and a place and everything was going all right in an empty bedroom. Now I know that this isn't all the Cinderella ending, but I think I could give it a shot. I'd like Jamie to see how a normal family operates. It is a good van, big time. Hey, David. Trafficking now, when they raided that massage parlor down there in Jupiter, Florida, where they ended up getting Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots. Now, they tried to make that thing stick onto what turned out and looks like the ruse of trafficking, and it wasn't trafficking at all. And nobody's been charged for trafficking. So they got a lot of egg on their face. The judge already suppressed the evidence they had because he thought that they left open mics and recorded way too much conversation from people that had nothing to do with prostitution. So he suppressed the evidence, meaning that the police department couldn't use any of the video and audio tape they'd garnered to prosecute these people. So with that gone, you got kind of a problem. And they offered Kraft some kind of deal, and he told them to shove it. And I would agree. They have no proof. other than testimony, which is different. Like I said, the child trafficking didn't happen. So, look, I'm all for, nailing these people for women working against their will, but there are times when that's not happening, and to prosecute someone for that when it didn't go on is super wrong. Oh, thank you, Tabitha. Yeah. I know when that chimpanzee tore that face off that lady, that the owner had given it a Xanax. Now, not that that has anything to do with people taking them, but it obviously didn't give the desired effect. I hardly ever eat breakfast, never. I got a big coffee at this Big B Coffee. This is right up there with Stone Mountain as far as quality. I was talking to the lady that owns this, Arabic woman, and this is her fourth store. She said they're doing okay now, but a month ago she said she was really worried. It's really good coffee. Yeah, I'm not. No, it is. Well, I think they have good intentions. I don't think that anybody's saying they'll take them home like it's a dog. They're taking them home because they care. And I mean, without going into a full-blown two-page explanation as to a good deed, that's why I don't think anybody makes it negative. What I kind of keep an extra eye out for is, some guy wanting to take him in. I've said all along, like, I'm not religious at all, but sometimes I feel like I'm gonna be. Because I was thinking last night that I don't know how, like, I don't know whether when I had that depression so bad it changed my brain chemistry or what, but I am so thankful that I don't think messed up like that. And I think it's just because I'm lucky, or I got, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't have any, like, weird thoughts. I just want to, like, help them, and I'm so glad I think that way. And I just find myself realizing all these old guys that come out of the woodwork to exploit these young women, and it really pisses me the hell off. But then I calm down because I think, well, they're just as messed up as the girls. Because how could you do this, man? These people need help, but I'm so thankful that I think normal over this kind of crap. I'm really thankful for that, because who knows why people do what they do. And I don't even, like, have a thought like that cross my mind, to be honest with you. They're like kids to me. And I don't like some corny statement, well, if you saved one. I'm not, really, that wasn't the plan on saving anybody, but I'm really happy the way last night worked out. It's not anything great. I think anybody would have done it in the circumstances, and I hope things get better for her. And I know that I could get it broke off in my ass, too. I think in this particular instance, knowing her circumstances and the way it's unfolded and how we met and that kind of thing, that I could probably just get manipulated. But like with Tassie, you don't know who's manipulating you and who's not. So it's like minus a crystal ball. Just gonna go with it. Yeah, not really. Yeah, but honest to God, I'm not that great of a guy. I mean, I'm okay. I'm surprised that this has worked out the way for me. I'm like a bad exploiter or anything like that, but I'm surprised this has, like, motivated me in this kind of way when it happened accidentally. And as I said yesterday, the channel really developed because of people just like Jamie, and it's gotten to the point now where rather than people saying, well, why do you do this? Well, I don't really know. Other people think they know why I do it. It's kind of a hobby. I see them in a little bit of a jam, and I'm curious how you got there and why you can't get out. That's all it was. It was never like, I'm going to drive down here and just, one fell swoop save these people. But it's kind of turning into, I would agree that I think that I need to do more. Try to do more. Anything. Something. The people that have made it, like Tassie, It didn't have anything to do with me. You know, and I'm not trying to take credit for someone getting better, but maybe I'm just dreaming. I hope not. She's such a sweet, innocent, and has a lot of etiquette and is very kind. And that's what gets me, I think. She's never bitchy or snappy or, it's easy sometimes to get not like Becky, and that's not like that with Jamie. It's just like a damaged person. Yeah, I want her to succeed too. All of them. Sherry, Chelsea, Maddie, anybody. I haven't seen Becky since, I've been down here over 3 weeks, and that was it. I'm going to go by there after I'm done with this coffee. I'll tell you what I did, and it pisses me off that I let a lot of the summer just get behind me. I've had problems with depression, and I haven't been taking any medication, and I kind of think that's what it is. Well, I have had like allergens in the past, and it's just not, a lot of sneezing. You really feel super bad. It's just like tired all the time. And I was just thinking, God, man, am I just getting old or what? So I'd done this before, but I haven't done it in a while. I got that nasal spray from Walgreens, and I also got the Claritin 12-hour D. I've read studies on generic compared to the Rue-McCoy with regard to allergy medications, and it's apples and oranges. So I went and got the name brand Claritin 12-hour D. I took one of those yesterday, and then I used the nasal spray too. I swear to God, I felt like $1,000,000 all day long. Like I only got about 4 hours sleep last night, which normally I would be just dead. I just like not even want to leave the hotel room. I feel like $1,000,000 today too. So I wish I had got on this earlier. I think at least I pissed away the whole month of July and maybe part of June, but now I feel good. I don't know why I just didn't automatically go to this instead of thinking it was depression. And now I'm really looking forward to getting a lot done. Yeah, now I've used this before. It's the same thing as Flonase, only the Walgreen brand works. It coats your inside of that area so you're not reactive to whatever allergens are out there now. Man, I sure feel good, I'll tell you that. I feel like young now. I can't wait till I get a good night's sleep, you know. But it was enough of a reaction, even though I wasn't sneezing and coughing and blowing my nose all the time, to make me feel like shit. And I should have recognized that sooner. I'm going to leave tomorrow, Joanne. Chris, I saw Chris about a week ago, but I didn't talk to him. I'm going to go up there today as well. Right where I interview those people is where those cops were shot at, which isn't a surprise. My mom had bad allergies. You just think I would be smarter about this. I can remember going to college in the fall, and I liked the fall and just being so damn tired all the time. And you go to an allergist, and it's like, I think I'm just sensitive to it. I don't know, but I'm 100% convinced now that it's some kind of allergen, and that was affecting my sleep. But man, yesterday I felt good, and today I feel good even with a lack of sleep. But I should have got on that earlier. I got to remember this next year. If you never were depressed, you'd know right away. God, my allergies are acting up, but it's not like a crazy reaction, just enough to not get shit done. Yeah. Oh, good for you, Terry. Yeah, Linda, you can send it to. I've got so much stuff at home. I'm not complaining, but like the post office is delivered to my house, gone inside in stacked boxes. It's Tom Reed, R-E-E-D, and that's P.O. Box 41, and that's West Branch, Michigan, 48661. Yeah, I appreciate it, Nicole. It's just can't believe like you'd shoot yourself in the foot. I know this. I've had this happen before, and I've got relief over this before. Why didn't I just go to that? And it's because of that damn depression. As far as productivity, I'd give them about equal billing. I would rank allergies, even not severe, right up there with depression with regard to getting anything done. It's funny, Daisy. Daisy's trying to figure it out. It's so damn funny. I don't want to like show you a picture of it, but Jamie is sleeping, and she bought a pumpkin pie. And all these covers are on her. She's got 5 sweatshirts on her, and she has her pumpkin pie in her stomach, but she fell asleep. And Daisy's sitting there staring at the pumpkin pie, wanting to eat the pumpkin pie. So I end up giving her a little piece and putting Jamie's pumpkin pie away. But Daisy didn't know what the hell to do. She's not used to anybody being around, and she actually, it seemed like she got pissed off and jumped off the bed and went and slept under the bed last night until Jamie got up and left at 4. She went under the bed. Hey Ace, how you doing? This weather's great. She's sleeping in the back seat right now. Yeah, so cute. Yeah, Daisy's a super dog. I mentioned yesterday, we got separated at that park, but I didn't really care because, it was starting to rain and nobody was there, and it was just me and her in a huge area. So I tell you, she's a smart dog. She went back to the van, and I was probably a half mile away. I didn't have my video camera, and I saw her laying there near the driver's door, and I thought she was so damn cute. I know she's looked around for me and couldn't find me and went back to the van. So I yelled at her, "Hey girl." Boy, and her head swiveled around. She made eye contact with me and just took off, and I made a beeline running like hell. So she had been waiting for me to come back. She's just such a cool, sweet dog, but never a dog that's out running around. You can't find her. That was cute. Yeah, she wanted that pumpkin pie. Yeah, Daisy is really, she was like that. I didn't want a dog. And Daisy even as a very young puppy, was like super smart. And, my neighbor got her. I took her and got her from my neighbor. So those people had got her from a rescue. And then, so there were, somewhere there were original owners, and then the people that had them. And then my neighbor got her. There were no dogs after a year, but the whole time I had, taken Daisy to the vet, given Daisy walks. I knew she was just a young puppy, but she was the smartest, cutest young dog. And I felt so bad for her because the lady was older and, couldn't exercise her, and I'd take her swimming and to the airport. Daisy would get out sometimes. She'd come down and scratch on my door. And actually, when she said, "I got to go into a place, I can't have a dog. Do you want Daisy?" I said, "I love Daisy. She's a good dog. Let me try and find a home for her." And I tried and couldn't find anybody that'd take her, and she tried and couldn't find anybody. And then she said somebody was interested, and I got thinking about it, and I thought, you know what? Man, I just can't handle this dog going to another home. It's such a smart, cool dog. So I took her. Man, am I glad I did. She's just a great dog. Oh, yeah. Really good dog. Boy, it is so nice and cool out today. This is like a normal summer day on a cloudy, overcast day. Probably 74. It's perfect. Daisy had short rib last night for dinner. Yeah, I'm telling you though, she's not like just a normal. I see people with dogs and they're chewing stuff and they're barking and they're running away and they can't find them, and it's nothing like that at all. Not at all. Daisy was told to sit one time. She was told to beg one time. And that's all I got to do to say. She'll do all that stuff. Stay. Always watching like one of those blue tick healers that herd cattle. Always looking to like try and figure out what you want her to do. Yeah, it's a really good dog. This coffee is really good. I think it's a little expensive, but it's worth it. It's super hot. It's good quality coffee. Clean. Oh wow, really? Good, Rachel. Yeah, I'm in Dearborn actually. I'm gonna be in Detroit in a few minutes. This is actually Michigan Avenue in Dearborn, a suburb. It's west of like the Stroll. I'm in West Dearborn, where the Stroll borders East Dearborn in Detroit. Oh, that'd be great, Brado. I wish I could watch that. Hey Sharon, how you doing? Hey Lawrence. Yeah, this is really a good coffee. Yeah, Starbucks has the highest caffeine content. $18. Wow. Oh, sorry about that, Nicole. Yeah, I hope to get off Lawrence. She does. Yeah, I'll get a update. She's slept in my room till 4 a.m. and got up and went to her room, feeling a lot better. All right, Terry. Hey, Jeff. Yeah, Dearborn, I lived here. I actually owned a house here from like 86 to 92. Yeah, Dearborn is the #1 concentration of Arabs in the West in the United States. It's been that way for years. My dad worked at Fort Rouge, and I remember him telling me about it. And traditionally, most of the Arabs lived on the east side of town. Where now they're everywhere, which I'm fine with. I think Dearborn's a great quality of life, and it's nice to see different ethnicities mingle this way. It's a quality place to live. So Dearborn is nice. Yeah, it will, Cinderella. You're right. Yeah, she's sweet, isn't she? Not yet, Russian chick. No. Yeah, I didn't. I don't know anything about that stuff. I wouldn't know if she took too much, not enough, which is why I erred on the uh, cautionary route. It was no big deal, really. I mean, I wouldn't have stayed up that late, but I just dinked around with my videos and hold on to your hats because I know it's your favorite. I've uploaded 2 different airplane videos for your enjoyment. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, and I didn't fall asleep either to leave after that. I probably got about 3 hours sleep or something like that. You guys can appreciate this. I mean, normally, and driving around, you know what the deal is, and that's it. I say, I give them a few bucks, buy them something to eat, whatever. get him an energy drink, and then take off. Well, last night was much different than that. And, you know, you just get so entrenched in that life. She said that she was going to need to go and get it. She was going to need to go to Michigan Avenue tomorrow, which was today. And I thought to myself, that's not happening on my watch. You're not going down there today. Now, you may go down there tomorrow when I'm not around, but it's not happening. There's nothing that I'm doing that anybody that had the time wouldn't do themselves. Yeah, it's just like, I don't want that. You do that. I mean, I even have crazy thoughts. I don't even like want to working at a strip club, to be honest with you. Even though I went to strip clubs a week ago. It's fucked up. I mean, I didn't really want to go, but I did go. I mean, nobody drug me in there. But now when you're on the other side of this, you know, I was already disinterested anyway, but it's like, you know, when you're young, you're naive, you're thinking, well, it's just girls stripping and they making a lot more money and, you know, but I'm seeing the other side of this now. And in talking with these young black girls that are escorting, and this is not just that. These are like, this is not good. It's an awful life, yep. Yeah, they're wearing masks, yep. Yeah, you're right, Rachel, yep. Oh, thank you, Jeff. No, I know it. Nope. No, there's no way to guarantee it. No. I don't. I think a room down there. I want to say it's like 65 or $70 or something like that. Dollars back, and that's what I worry about. Not a lot, but a little. Is these guys, you know? There's a certain type personality out there that just seeks out these kind of women under these circumstances, and it's not in their best interest. So, I mean, even people will ask sometime, well, where is she working? I'm not telling anybody that. I'm sure there are ways they can figure it out, but you're not getting it from me. Yeah, Marguerite too. You know. Oh, that's okay. Meanwhile, how you been doing? Well, you know, I talked to Andy this morning, and there's a way around the ID, which I am going to talk to her. But I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, I've been here quite a while, over 3 weeks, and it's not uncommon for me to see her in that condition, which just speaks volumes to me. This is just a young girl whose life has been broken, that started out wrong, whose kids are someplace else, and just laying in her room on a weekend, lonely and drug addicted. It's sad. Yeah, I'm gonna hope to do some interviews today, yeah. Yeah, I think you're probably right about that, Tabitha. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Can't blame her. The one thing she has, you can't blame her for wanting a room to go back to. And when you're addicted to drugs, you're kind of splitting hairs with keeping current with your room rent and affording the drugs that you're addicted to. It's a lot of money to make in a day. And when you don't want to be tricking, you hate doing it, but yet you do it because you need this 150 or 200 bucks a day at a minimum. That's not counting your cell phone, your food. It's just constant, never-ending stress. Yeah, I could. You could do that. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, Celeste, I believe that. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, they sell food, clothes, gift cards, all of that. Yeah, I'll get the hotel information. You know, I'm a little reluctant to give that out, just because there's these nut jobs out there that are always trying to cause problems. And you're thinking you're giving the address out so a night at the hotel can get paid. Where really they're taking the address and they're calling the police and making up stories and calling sex trafficking hotlines on me, and you get the exact opposite of what you thought. There's enough of these whacked out crazy lunatics out there like that kook in Flint, that tramp in Las Vegas, and that old bag in Prince Edward Island. They have nothing to do. They really get off on causing trouble. Yeah, I would do that. I think that's what you should do. Is I think she's right. Is PayPal it to me and make sure you put in the notes that it's for one night or two night or whatever, and I will pay it. I think we should do that tomorrow night because I'm staying tonight. When I check out tomorrow, I can put a new room on my credit card, and it won't get confused with me being here now. Yeah, I could move her to another hotel, but once the cops have been alerted, and they're really not going to do much. I stayed at these hotel for 20 years. I know the owners of them. They own 300 of them. I know the managers of them. So nobody's doing anything to me or anybody that I know at any of these hotels. I haven't pulled that card, but I will if I have to. And I know these people, and they know what the deal is with me. So if that's what they think they're gonna do, it's not happening. They've got a new $60,000 security system. All the plates are scanned in. New LED lights. Uh, it'd be a big mistake for someone to try to cause trouble. Because I'm not gonna lay down on this stuff. You can fuck with me on my own, but you start trying to monkey wrench other people's lives, and it's not gonna be good for you. Not really. Not. They really can't. I mean, if you got rid of everybody that did drugs in hotel rooms, they'd all go out of business. Now, if you're selling or dealing drugs out of a hotel, that's one thing. That's what I say, Okie. Yeah. Yeah, it's THMRD at AOL.com, and send it as a friend, or they'll charge you. Send it as a friend. And put in the notes what it's for in the comment section. Broadcasting what? Okay, Jeff. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Johnny. Yeah, Rachel, you're getting out there. Yeah, I'll put it towards your room. Yeah, I got to look in that super chat. I mean, it's a pain in the ass. First of all, do you know Google takes 30%? And I should be happy when people send money through super chat, but I'd never want to be the bearer of bad news. Actually, I've covered the 30% myself because people are feeling really good about sending money, and then I just don't have the heart to tell them, that $100 you sent is only 70. Oh, isn't it though, Johnny? Yeah, no, PayPal's actually not bad, but the problem is the income I'm getting from donations. I'm going to get tagged with tax on it because first of all, when I pay people for interviews, I'm not giving them a 1099. So it's not that much money yet, but I'm sure I'm going to have to pay a few $1,000 on money that went someplace else, which I'd rather not do if I could help it. But I don't want to do it at the expense of people trying to help someone. Yeah, I'm going to have to look at that super chat. I mean, 30%, that's nuts. I've never solicited for anything, by the way. People ask me and I tell them, they get mad, like, why don't you have where to send money in your description? Because I never solicited for, I've never asked anybody to send money, please donate, like, subscribe, thumbs up, nothing. I think they're terrible, Melodic. Terrible. Yeah, I'm getting on that Cash App when I get home for sure. I should have one in my name there already. Oh, thank you, Russian chick. Oh yeah, I'll need that. I'll probably do, Beth. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when you got these crazy stalkers out there making up shit, uh, that's the problem. It's not just helping Jamie; it's dealing with these kooks out there. Yeah, I mean, nonprofits are a paperwork nightmare. If I see, that's why I've not wanted to affiliate myself with anything because it'll change something. If I do a nonprofit, now all of a sudden, I'm gonna have to start doing something different or filling out a bunch of tax bullshit. This way, when I'm doing it like solo like this, I can people, get rid of them, block them, have them join me, appreciate their efforts. Where you get into more of official capacity with a nonprofit. Honest to God, it really wouldn't be legit because I never really had any objective of coming down here saving the world. It was just, hey, could we interview? That's it. That's all it was. I mean, I'd help them a little if I could, which is what I do now. It's kind of morphed into an expectation that I should do more, which, because of the activity on the channel and the people that seem interested, I would agree with. It's getting to the point now where, I have to like to feel I'm having fun at this, do more. You're full of shit, Kick. You're full of shit. You're gone now. I'm blocking your dumbass. May would never say anything like that. You're lying because somebody sent me screenshots of the conversation they had. So nice try, Laura, but you're getting blocked under this name too, you dumb bitch. That's a damn lie. I have not. I have not. Yeah, kid is a total piece of shit. Total liar. That's Laura from Las Vegas. That's her specialty right there. I'm glad you got to see it. Well, Danny, I mean I got a lot of stuff to hand out now. I mean, you think I would know this? What's the best way to donate? I don't know. People just kind of go with their own intuition, and I hand out whatever it is they send. I mean, I can't like tell you one thing with 100% confidence, you know? Yeah, she's a total scumbag. No, that's why I just blocked that idiot. That's Laura from Las Vegas starting trouble. Yeah. Like I always tell him, Cinderella, first things first. There's no way May was being say some shit like that. Actually, I know you're lying because I got screenshots of the conversations on Gerald and Maddie's chat, and a couple of you other assholes are getting blocked too. Fucking two-faced backstab motherfuckers. You'd be making up a fake ID today, or you'll never make another comment again, you shitbag. I hope I get the pleasure of running into someday. Yeah. They'd never have enough balls to tell me that to my face. Yeah, get rid of them all. Oh, thank you, Johnny. That'd be great. Yeah, I appreciate it, Nicole. Yeah, I got tons of stuff at home. I already know this. I mean, the guys in the post office stacked boxes in my living room. Oh, thank you, Oki. You really can. That's one thing that I don't like about YouTube or Facebook. It's even better. They'll ban you by MAC addresses. So some scumbag like Laura in Las Vegas, she can barely afford the $100 laptop she has now. So when someone like that bitch gets their MAC address blocked, they can make up all the IDs they want, and they're still not going to access my channel. But when you're doing it by IP, particularly when people have, let's say, like as an example, AOL dynamic IPs, it's hard to do. MAC address is the way to go, and YouTube just hasn't put that kind of money into it. But I hope they do, because once they do, they're going to have to buy computers instead of coming up with fake IDs. Now they can still get a VPN and go through Tor and all that bullshit, but it isn't going to be as easy as it is now. Oh, good, Muffin. How you doing? Yeah, Delaware. It's Delaware. Yeah. It's way better than it was. Oh, good. How you doing, Gino? Where you been? Oh yeah, there's a lot of weirdos out there. Oh yeah, that's Jamie. Yeah, yep. Yeah, you can send it to me. Nah, it's not just disrespectful. It's troublemaking misfits. It's the internet version of the Unabomber. Only, instead of blowing buildings up, they're causing as much trouble as they can. It's a certain easily identifiable personality. Everybody knows who these people are. I mean, you're not going to get much nuttier than Debbie. Just a fruitcake lunatic, low IQ. Yeah, yeah, I'll try to. Yep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Really, totally, totally nuts. Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to sign off here, guys. It's like heavy traffic around here, so I got to pay attention. But I'll sign back on and get you live down on Michigan Avenue. I'm going to head down there right now. You guys have a good day today. I want to give you an update. That's what happened. Everything is good. Yeah, you guys have a good day today. Hang in there, Gina. Seeing you back. Yeah, thank you guys.